Welcome to the art of establishing rapport. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant connection with them? That's the power of building rapport. It's the process of creating a mutual sense of understanding and trust between individuals. Whether you're in a personal or professional setting, establishing rapport is essential for developing healthy relationships. Having strong rapport with someone often results in better communication and more positive outcomes. It helps to break down barriers and make individuals more comfortable with sharing information. Establishing rapport is especially useful in situations like interviews, business meetings, or first dates. So, how do you build rapport? Keep watching to learn about the art of mirroring and the different techniques for establishing strong connections with others. Factors influencing rapport building. When it comes to building rapport, there are a variety of factors that come into play. One of the most crucial is body language. By mirroring another person's posture, movements, or facial expression, we can create a sense of understanding and connection. However, it's important to be cautious about overdoing it, as this can come across as insincere or even creepy. Tone of voice is another key factor in rapport building. By speaking in a similar tone, pace, or volume to the other person, we can create a sense of familiarity and trust. However, it's important to remember to be genuine and authentic, and not to mimic someone in an exaggerated or obvious way. Cultural differences can also play a role in rapport building. Different cultures may have different expectations around communication, body language, and personal space. Being aware of these differences and adapting our behavior accordingly can help us connect with people from different backgrounds. However, it's important to avoid stereotyping or making assumptions based on someone's ethnicity or cultural background. Overall, building rapport is a nuanced art that involves paying attention to a variety of different factors. By being aware of our own behavior and adapting it to match the person we're speaking with, we can establish a sense of trust and connection that can help us build stronger relationships both personally and professionally. The art of mirroring. Mirror on the wall. Who's the most rapport-friendly of them all? Well, in the world of establishing rapport, the answer could be you. Mirroring, simply put, is the act of subtly imitating another person's behavior, movements, and mannerisms to build a connection, trust, and establish rapport. The art of mirroring is not just about being a copycat. It involves observation, awareness, and sensitivity to non-verbal cues, tone of voice, and pacing. When conducted with tact and care, mirroring can create an unspoken bond that allows you to build rapport quickly with another person. The science behind how mirroring works to establish rapport lies in our human need for social validation and acceptance. When we see someone else imitate our movements, tones, and expressions, our subconscious interprets it as a sign of acceptance and positive feelings towards us, and we respond in kind. It triggers a feedback loop that brings people closer together and strengthens relationships. There are different ways to mirror another person, and it's not limited to simply echoing their words. Verbal mirroring involves using similar phrases, tone, and pacing in your speech as the other person. Non-verbal mirroring includes matching body language, facial expressions, and posture. Matching physical movements is another form where you mimic actions like taking a sip of water or adjusting your posture. Yet, there's a fine line between mirroring and mimicking. Overdoing mirroring can lead to awkwardness and discomfort for the other person. It's essential to keep it subtle, respectful, and natural. Avoid mirroring habits such as nose picking or nail biting that can turn off the other person. It's also essential to respect their boundaries and not invade their personal space. Mirroring is not a one-size-fits-all solution to building rapport. It's crucial to assess the person's personality and cultural background before deciding to mirror them. For instance, some cultures may have strict personal space boundaries, making it challenging to mirror physical movements. In conclusion, the art of mirroring is a powerful and effective way to establish rapport, but it requires sensitivity, observation, and awareness. Mastering the art of mirroring can help you build better relationships, become a more engaging communicator, and improve your social skills. So, borrow a few moves from your conversational partner, and who knows, you might be the next great rapport establisher. Types of mirroring. It's time to dig into the different types of mirroring, which can help you establish rapport in a variety of settings. First, let's start with verbal mirroring. This is all about using similar language, tone, and pacing as the person you're speaking with. It can be as simple as echoing their word choices or using similar sentence structures. Non-verbal mirroring is another crucial aspect of building rapport. This involves mimicking someone's body language, such as their posture, gestures, and facial expressions. It's a subtle way of showing that you're engaged and attentive. Last but not least, we have matching physical movements. This goes beyond body language and includes things like breathing and heart rate. By tuning into someone's physical rhythms, you can establish a deeper connection and build trust. Remember, mirroring is all about being subtle and natural. You don't want to come across as a copycat or make someone feel uncomfortable. Keep these types of mirroring in mind as you practice the art of rapport building, and you're sure to see results overcoming challenges in mirroring. Let's face it, mirroring can be tricky business. You don't want to come across as a creepy copycat or invade someone's personal space. So how can you overcome the potential challenges of mirroring and still establish rapport with your counterpart? First, avoid obvious mirroring. You don't need to mimic every single movement and action your counterpart makes. This can quickly become uncomfortable and off-putting. Instead, focus on subtle mirroring, such as using similar facial expressions or gestures. Second, respect boundaries. If your counterpart leans away or crosses their arms, it's a clear sign that they're uncomfortable. Don't force the mirroring if it's not working. Instead, try to establish rapport through other means like active listening or finding common ground. Lastly, keep it subtle. You're not trying to win a mirroring competition. The goal is to establish rapport, not make your counterpart feel uncomfortable. So take it easy and don't overdo it. Remember, mirroring is just one tool in your rapport building toolbox. In conclusion, mirroring can be a powerful technique for establishing rapport, but it needs to be used wisely. Avoid obvious mirroring, respect boundaries, and keep it subtle. By doing so, you'll be on your way to building a strong rapport with your counterpart. Happy mirroring. When not to mirror. Mirroring can be a useful tool in building rapport. However, there are times when it should not be used. Signs of discomfort, such as crossed arms or a defensive posture, signal that the person is not receptive to mirroring. Cultural and background considerations must also be taken into account, as different cultures may have different nonverbal cues. Additionally, it's essential to consider personality differences, as some people may find mirroring invasive or off-putting. Therefore, it's crucial to proceed with caution and respect boundaries when deciding whether to mirror or not. Remember, mirroring should never feel forced, and it's better not to mirror at all than to do so inappropriately. Conclusion. In short, mirroring is a key component to establish rapport with others. By matching verbal and non-verbal cues, we can build trust and connection. Remember to keep it subtle and avoid overdoing it. With practice, mirroring can become a valuable tool in building healthy relationships